welcome. This video is a supplement for my students in pain relief gentle yoga, as well as for anyone who feels the level of their pain is getting in the way of the rest of their life. We're working with principle number 4, and we're challenging our notion of what the core is and how to have a strong core. If we could move away from the idea of strength, which conjures up something that's happening in the torso from the outside in, that's a little bit more reactive. If we could jump inside closer to the spine and all the muscles forward of the spine, to the side and to the back of the spine, operating and coordinating in a way that we can go through our emotions with a little bit more fluidity, and that will translate into more mobility and freedom in the larger joints, shoulders and hips, legs and arms as we move. So with the idea of creating stability and responsiveness in the spine, let's move to our bellies. And we're going to have the arms out in front, and maybe the right forearm resting over the left, out with the arms just enough so you can drop your forehead comfortably down. So I'm going to have you drop your forehead down, and then with quick little kind of exhale bursts, draw the belly button upward into the low back space. So we'll take a nice inhale, feel length and expansion, and then exhale quick, exhale, 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 drawing the belly up away from the floor. So it won't leave the floor, but it's just that direction. So try maybe resting. Take an inhale, expanding, and then several exhales. Take a nice resting inhale and exhale. Nice. And then starting from the heart, lift the heart. The forehead comes off of the arms, and lift the right leg. So hopefully you feel a little bit of residue from those exhales, the belly automatically coming up into the low back space, or we're just toning a little bit. And then the side muscles and back muscles operating to stabilize the spine so I can freely move from my hip joint. You don't have to lift the leg very high. And then rest on down. Take an inhale, lift the heart. Feel the low belly come online a bit, lifting the leg, feeling the side muscles, the back muscles, and the front muscles stabilizing closest to the spine, those muscles, stabilizing the spine. And in this very kind of gentle way, about 10-20% of your effort, so you can be here stabilized but still breathe. Nice. And then relax. We'll do that one more time each side. So inhale, lift the heart and the right leg. Stay for an inhale. And then exhale on down. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift the leg. Stay for an exhale this time. Inhale. And exhale down. Nice. Rest here, drop the weight of the pelvis. Great. So let's come into more of a cobra, right? So before we had our arms here and we lifted our heart, this will be a little lift of the heart, but not pressing into the hands. So a lift of the heart, relax through the chest and the back muscles so the shoulder blades can slide down towards your back pockets. Tone the belly just a bit and drop the weight of the knees, drop the weight of the pelvis. Great, and then come on back down. Nice, you can shift the hips side to side, release any of that work. And I'm going to have you press up and back. So what we're not wanting to do is just operate all through the arms. We want to drop weight into the knees and lift the belly into the low back space and come up through a neutral spine and on back. Great. So a few things need to be working together. So yes, we do want to push into the hands a little bit, but if I drop the weight into my knees, they'll be ready to assist in this lifting up. But the belly is the third little element of this. So remember how we snap the belly in, snap the belly in, snap the belly in. It's that lift and hollow of the belly working with the hips and the shoulders to come up and back. Nice. So you could play around with this, coming up and down. It's the lift of the belly and the coordination. Right, so this is requiring muscles around the spine, front, side, and back. Coordinate, stabilize the spine so we can feel buoyant and mobile. So let's come onto our backs, and it'll be great to have a pillow next to you or a second blanket. I'm laying on my blanket here just to be comfortable. So if you're lying on a blanket, the only thing that will be on your mat is your feet and your head. The rest of the torso and spine are resting here. So let's use the pillow, and our hands will hold the pillow like a tray. So my hands are palms to the ceiling. Great. And then I'm going to have you reach overhead, maybe about 20% of what you feel you can do, and then come on back up. See if you can relax the legs, neutral curves to your spine, right? There's a little space underneath your low back. Great. Coming up. Great, so as the arms go overhead, notice when you first feel a little bit of stabilizing through the low belly, maybe a little bit of stabilization coming in from the sides, a little bit of toning in the back muscles. Nice. So we can be a little bit more free in this movement of the arms, shoulder joints, shoulder blades. And the pillow adds just a little more weight than gravity, so we can begin to feel more stability through the shoulder girdle. So something else as you play with this, only go back so far as you have the stabilization in the spine that the ribs don't lift up towards the ceiling, right? We want to have the ribs easily remaining in that neutral spinal curves. Great. Nice. So next time the arms go overhead, go ahead and extend the right leg and then come back up. So now, a little bit more complex movement, requiring a little bit more stabilization at the level of the spine. Great. Nice. So eventually, the stabilization will start happening without our effort needed, right, to call on those muscles. They'll just be there for you. And notice, I'm able to talk, so of course I'm still able to breathe. I'm not holding my breath, then making the movement. It's all coordinated. And if you haven't switched sides, go ahead and switch sides. So now my left leg is extending out, my arms come overhead. There's the inhale, and there's the exhale. Maybe a few more times like that. And we'll roll over onto our sides and come up to your seat. Great. So maybe with that tone or that toning, you might feel a little bit more upright in your seat without a lot of grouping through the hips or bringing the shoulders to the ears. Great. So principle number 4, finding a stable and responsive core. And we'll play with that in our next class, and I look forward to seeing you soon.